ऑनलाइन क्लासरूम प्रोग्राम जैसे कि स्मार्टफोन और स्मार्ट वॉच। ये ही नहीं, 25 दिसंबर और 31 दिसंबर को आप जीत सकते हैं स्मार्ट टीवी और स्कूटी जैसे बम्पर प्राइजेस। तो देर किस बात की, आज ही ऑनलाइन क्लासरूम प्रोग्राम के साथ अपने अपकमिंग एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करें। With live interactive classes and mock tests designed by our expert faculty, get best study material along with instant doubt resolution और साथ ही पाएं बेहतरीन गिफ्ट्स पाने का मौका। Terms and conditions apply.
Morning everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. My name is Alpa Sharma and this is our daily Hindu editorial analysis. I hope I'm clearly visible and audible to everyone. You enjoy the new video that was played immediately before the class? Good morning. Am I clearly visible and audible, everyone? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yes. Okay. So, good morning. Now let's see what are we going to do today. Today is 22nd of December. One article from the Hindu, one article from the Indian Express. And the article from the Indian Express is one where a reading comprehension is easily be framed. It's a longer one. I trimmed it. I made it shorter so that we could discuss it. So that is what we're going to do today. But before all that, if you're targeting CLAT 2023, we have a newest batch 7 that we've recently launched. So and इसकी classes अभी start नहीं हुई हैं, तो इसलिए जल्दी से enroll कर लो so that you don't miss out on any classes here. I'll be teaching in this batch as well. So this is about our 2023 target year program. Apart from this, if you're targeting CLAT 2022, we have 2 new batches, batch 5. One batch is a bilingual one, the other batch is in English. So आपका जो भी mode of communication है जिसमें आप ज़्यादा comfortable हो, English या bilingual, उसमें आप enroll कर सकते हो. I will be teaching in the batch that is going to be in English. But nonetheless, आप जिस भी mode of communication में सबसे ज़्यादा comfortable हो वो आप choose करो so that आपकी understanding best हो. So that is about it. क्लास में आज क्या करेंगे? We'll take a quote of the day that you're going to give me. Then we'll no, आज रिविजन नहीं करेंगे. For some reason आज 3 questions का रिविजन नहीं करेंगे. But 2 articles लेंगे, उसका detailed discussion करेंगे. The vocabulary, phrasal verbs, idioms from these 2 articles, we're going to memorize them. The second article that we do from Indian Express has a legal implication as well. So we'll be discussing the legal implication of that. In the end, आप मुझे tone of the author बताओगे. Plus, we'll look at today's Hindu and Indian Express and see what are the important articles we should be reading today from both the newspapers. All right. National Mathematics Day. Oh my God, I'm already scared. Oh, happy National Mathematics Day, everyone who loves mathematics, and not so happy National Mathematics Day for everyone who does not love mathematics. Okay. Good morning, everyone in the app. Prapti, Mahita, Devesh, Aditya, Rashmi, Ritik. I am absolutely good. I'm absolutely good. Okay. If you think high, you achieve high. But if you think low, कि चलो मुझे BLAT मिल जाएगा तो मैं खुश हूँ, तो फिर हाई कैसे अचीव करोगे? मुझे एनालिस्ट चाहिए, मुझे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. जब ये क्लैरिटी है माइंड में, तभी आप एनालिस्ट अचीव कर सकते हो. जब BLAT को टारगेट करोगे तो एनालिस्ट अचीव नहीं कर पाओगे ना, कि चलो दे दूंगा साथ में क्लैट, देख लेंगे एनालिस्ट मिल जाएगा. तो इट डज नॉट वर्क लाइक दैट, राइट? सो दैट इज अबाउट इट. Where you fear is there your task. It's like डर के आगे जीते वाला. Okay, so you don't find happy life, you make your life happy. Absolutely true. Morning, Ashita. All right, so please suggest me the best source for solving reading comprehension. Nandini, if you ask me in one line the best book for CLAT, there is none. There is none. Best book for RC for CLAT, there is none. Because CLAT के reading comprehensions अगर मैं आपको easy दे दूंगी और कुछ एग्जाम में difficult आ गया तो आप वो difficult नहीं solve कर पाओगे. So I would recommend you solve CAT and GMAT previous year papers. You can find any good GMAT guide, Manhattan GMAT guide, or maybe any previous year CAT book. Because the CLAT passages that you find in the market are super easy, and I don't want you to solve something that's extremely easy. I hope I make sense. Oh, that's good, Ananya. You guys are done with your boards. Congratulations. दूसरी चीज, आज मैं आपको कोट ऑफ द डे देती हूँ. कोट ऑफ द डे ये है कि बोर्ड्स ओवर हो गए हैं और अब 2 मंथ्स बिल्कुल होल हार्टेडली अपनी प्रेपरेशन में डाल दो. जितना कर सकते हो, जितने आवर्स दे सकते हो. Please put in your best in these 2 months. These 2 months will decide your destiny. Remember that. So 2 महीने सब भूल जाओ. स्कूल में क्या हो रहा है, स्कूल में क्या करना है, forget everything. Put 2 months whole heartedly और फिर बीच में 15 डेज का ब्रेक लेके फिर से अपने टर्म टू बोर्ड्स के लिए चले जाना. ठीक है, फेयर इनफ. तो बहुत बहुत सारे सेशंस प्लान्ड अप है जो हम करने वाले हैं ड्यूरिंग जनवरी, ड्यूरिंग फेब्रुअरी टू एज यू. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it right away. Okay? Alright. So, here we go. This is what we're going to do today. Quote of the day आपने मुझे दे दिया है. Revision आज हम करेंगे नहीं. New vocabulary से start करते हैं. The first vocabulary from today's article is dismal. Dismal is in a very sad state. Dismal can be a mood, a very sad mood. Gloomy. Dismal environment, gloomy, sad environment. Okay? Depressive state can also be dismal. You know, dis is a negative prefix, right? Disproportionate, for example. So, of course, with that etymology, you can work on dismal as well. The dismal weather made the late afternoon seem like evening. अभी इतना देखो, कल longest night of the day गया है. Hopefully, things are going to get warmer now. I mean, not so soon, but at least तक तो cold रहेगा. It's little dismal in the evenings. Havoc, destruction, widespread destruction. इसके लिए एक और आपको मैं वर्ड करवाती हूँ इंस्टेड ऑफ हैवॉक. कॉन्फ्लैग्रेशन बोल सकते हो. कॉन्फ्लैग्रेशन इज ऑल्सो लाइक अ फायर दैट डिस्ट्रॉयज एवरीथिंग दैट कम्स इन इट्स वे. बट लिटरली फायर जरूरी नहीं है. इट कुड बी फायर इन योर माइंड, इन योर हार्ट. दैट कुड ऑल्सो बी कॉन्फ्लैग्रेशन. आप भी बहुत सारे सिनोनिम बता सकते हो मुझे. जगरनॉट, जगरनॉट भी बोल सकते हो इसका एक सिनोनिम. यस. डिस्मल को ब्लीक, ग्लम, ग्लूमी. यस. ग्रीफ. यस, करेक्ट, करेक्ट. पैंडेमोनियम भी बोल सकते हो. बट सौम्य पैंडेमोनियम का डिग्री ना लो होता है हैवॉक से. हैवॉक का डिग्री इज हायर. अंडरस्टैंड दैट. ओके. स्पेलिंग फॉर कॉन्फ्लैग्रेशन, CONFLAGRATION. Okay. All right. Any other words? Mal means bad. Yes. Okay. Racket बोल सकते हो बिल्कुल. Juggernaut. Yes. Jagannath temple example है. Correct. उससे याद कर सकते हो. ठीक है. It's an overwhelming force that destroys everything that comes in its way. It does, and that is Purva, juggernaut causes destruction, and that's exactly why it can be used as a synonym to havoc. Okay, because don't know, havoc also is creating havoc is creating destruction. That's why they are. Catastrophic bhi bol sakte ho. So many words. Okay, let's move to the next word. Nosedive. Nose dive. Okay, so basically sudden drop, sudden downward movement is a nose dive. The player's fortunes took a nose dive, suddenly dropped. Okay, revelation, we have done it multiple times in the past to reveal anything. So जो पहले नहीं पता था लोगों को, उसको reveal करना is revelation. Catastrophic हो सकता है, बिल्कुल हो सकता है. Okay. Havoc, हाँ बोल सकते हो नव्या. Yes, you can say that. Yes, plummeting, descent, decline, plunge, सारे synonyms है nose dive के. Absolutely correct. जगन्नाथ होता है अनीश, जैसे इसको ना आप जगन्नाथपुरी की यात्रा जो होती है, रथ यात्रा होती है, उससे आप याद कर सकते हो कि जब वो रथ यात्रा निकलती, इतनी ओवरवेलमिंग फोर्स होती है वो कि उसके रास्ते में जो कुछ आता है वो क्रश हो जाएगा, क्योंकि इतने लोग होते हैं पुलिंग द रथ, राइट. powerful force that might actually destroy everything, destruct everything that comes in its way. That powerful force is juggernaut. Okay? Degrade can also be nosedive. Ebbing, yes, yes, Neha. Okay? Aishwarya, I will. All right. Hi, Shole. Good morning. All right, let's move. Unveil बोल सकते हो revelation का? You're right. Okay. Slide number 1. Take a screenshot, everyone. I'm going to move to the next slide. Rejuvenate, revitalize. वापस किसी चीज को न्यू एनर्जी दे देना is rejuvenate. तो मैं बहुत चलो okay. I want to take the opportunity to make an important announcement here with the word rejuvenate. Do you guys think I deserve a rejuvenation? Okay. Do you guys think I deserve a rejuvenation? Let me make an announcement here. Yes, I do. If I deserve a rejuvenation, मैं एक वीक के ऑफ कर. It's not technically rejuvenation. I have to get some treatment done. So because my eyes, I have to get. And uske liye, it's technically not a holiday. I'm going to go get the treatment done. I've spent some time on health, and so rejuvenate with the term boosting my. Okay. I 1 week. So ये पूरा वीक पढ़ाऊंगी मैं. Next classes, ठीक है. और I will try to post the roundup. Okay. अभी भी सब सिनोनिम बता रहे. रीग्रो, मेरी बात सुन लो पहले. Okay. So this week I'm going to teach till Friday. I'll come back. I have a minor treatment. Guys, I'll spend some time with myself. 1 week's rest and then I'll come back. Better energy. Anna? Thank you everyone for understanding. Thank you everyone. Voice is cracking? Voice cracking? Is my voice cracking, anyone? रुको रुको रुको, let me fix it, let me fix it. 1 minute दो मुझे. I'll fix it, wait. Fixing it, 1 minute. Hello? Hello? Is it better now? Is it better? Better in the app? Okay, ठीक है. Now okay. चलो तो let's start. ठीक है, let's start. Next word पे चलते हैं. Rejuvenate is basically एक new energy के साथ वापस आना. Revitalized, new vigor, new boost is rejuvenate. The exercise and fresh air. Hello? Better? Is it better? I don't know what's happening today. Ma'am, what are your class schedules? Navya, I usually have classes for the whole day, but it depends. Day to day, it varies. If you're talking about the free classes, every day at 10 a.m. on CLAT platform, YouTube platform, and 12:30 on BBA YouTube platform. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening today. Okay. कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है, चलो आगे चलते हैं. Stuck? Please refresh. All right. ये पेज हो चुका है, लास्ट पेज. Purport is basically to pretend, ostentatious, कुछ दिखाना जो actually really true नहीं है is purport. So she is not the person she purports to be. She pretends to be something else. To pretend is to purport. Entitlement, you are entitled to any benefit. So that is, you have the right to own that benefit. That's your entitlement. Having a right is entitlement. Full entitlement to fees and maintenance should be offered. Okay, so आपके पास right है वो fees और maintenance लेने का. ठीक है. Ostensible, yes, ostensible is a synonym. Okay, ostensible, yes. All right. Okay, thank you Khushi. Not done all the words, I'll get you back. हो सकता है I kept speaking जब वो buffer करने लग गया था. Furnish is to provide data. So furnish documents, provide data. All right. Appellant, मैंने आपको बताया था, एक ऐसा person जो कि lower court के decision से happy नहीं है, so he goes to the higher court. The person who complains or applies to the higher court is an appellant. ठीक है? कोई doubts इसमें? Okay, scribe तक हो गया था. Any questions here? Yes, Khushi, every day at 10 a.m. Any questions? Can I move to the articles now? Okay, so here we go. The Quadrant of Hope. So we have some medals with us now. On the contrary, the medals are not from the women that we had expected us to bring medals, but these medals are from the men who usually haven't performed so well as they have now. So this article is about the Badminton Championship, the BWF Badminton Championship, and the awards that we have got. So let's bask in the glory of the medals that we have got. बिल्कुल प्रसून बोल सकते हो, ठीक है? चलो next. So coming as it did after some ordinary showings in the Olympic year. बहुत extraordinary performance तो नहीं था, ordinary performance था according to the author. So ordinary performance in Olympics this year, the performances of K. Srinath, very, very important data in terms of GK. K. Srinath, Lakshya Sen, H.S. Pranoy. In the recent BWF World Badminton Championship provided the proverbial silver lining. उन्होंने silver lining कैसे दिया हमको? क्योंकि ऐसा लग रहा है silver lining इसलिए because it was a cloudy time, women could not get us medals. So their medals was a silver lining in the dark cloud. We were happy with, so it's a ray of hope that they bought. The trio, ranked between 14 and 19 in the world, gate crashed into the quarterfinals before young Lakshya claimed the bronze and Shrikant gave the country its first world silver in men's singles. तो ये silver की वजह से भी हम इसको silver lining बोल सकते हैं. So we got one bronze and one silver. Okay, gate crash पता है सबको? What is gate crashed? This editorial is from the Hindu, yesterday's Hindu. Every cloud has a silver lining, yes? So, what is gate crashing? नहीं पता? कौन बताएगा what is gate crashing? Some people gate crash a wedding. Anyone? Uninvited entry, yes. Uninvited entry. Exactly, that is gate crashing. Very good, Purva. So this heartwarming display lessened the disappointment following defending women's championship PV Sindhu's quarterfinal loss. So it was again a silver lining क्योंकि PV Sindhu lost the quarterfinal. So इसीलिए ये ट्रायो का परफॉर्मेंस हमारे लिए बहुत हैप्पी था. इनफैक्ट द ट्रू मैग्नीट्यूड एंड टाइमिंग ऑफ द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ दीज मेन कुड बी अंडरस्टूड बेटर व्हेन सीन अगेंस्ट द बैकड्रॉप ऑफ द फेल्ड क्रॉप ऑफ इंडियन टीम टैलेंट इन द पास्ट डेकेड. सो द ऑथर सेज कि ये तो अच्छी बात है कि इफ वुमेन कुड नॉट गेट द मेडल्स, मेन कुड. हमारे कंट्री में मेडल्स आए, बट ये इसकी एक्चुअली ट्रू मेटल, अगर आपको वर्थ इसकी ट्रू रियलाइज करनी है तो आपको इनका बैकग्राउंड देखना जरूरी है. क्योंकि हमारे लास्ट 10 years में हमारे टीम ने एक्चुअली कोई भी मेडल नहीं ला के दिया हमको. सो जो बैकड्रॉप है मेन का, वो इसको और भी वैल्यूएबल बनाता है इस विक्ट्री को. इफ नो सीरियस टैलेंट हैज emerged in the last decade among the ladies, the recent rise of Lakshya, the teenagers we're referring to, the recent rise of Lakshya is an exception in the dismal scenario in men's single. So वो कह रहे हैं कि women की अगर हम बात छोड़ दें, if we talk about men, there's actually no exceptional talent that we could locate. Oh guys, I'll have to pause again. My laptop's battery is low. Please stick with me. Just a minute, guys. Thank you so much. It's a disturbing day today. I hope you understand. Okay. Sure. So a closer look reveals that India has only one serious pair, each men's doubles and women's double, but none in the mixed doubles. तो कह रहे पैर में एक पैर women का अच्छा है, एक पैर men का अच्छा है. Singles में नहीं है, pairs में अच्छा है, but mixed में भी नहीं है और singles में भी हमारे पास कोई अच्छा player नहीं है. For all the government fundings in badminton from the days leading to 2010 Commonwealth Games, the present scenario fails to inspire confidence. तो कह रहे spending देखो और उसका output देखोगे तो there's nothing impressive that's happening. In addition, the fitness concerns of Saina Nehwal and B. Sai Praneeth leave Indian badminton in a serious quality crunch. कह रहे अब एक तो already हमारी quality deteriorated है, and then Saina Nehwal and B. Sai Praneeth, they have not been really well. So thus the condition was really sad, and that's exactly why this was a silver lining. Yes. कोई बात नहीं नव्या, be regular now at 10. Okay, so this article का main topic ही नहीं समझ आ रहा है कि किस बात पर article लिखा गया है. शोले, अभी तक तो सिर्फ डेटा आया है. ऑथर का ओपिनियन इतना है कि ये जो मेडल्स लेके आए हैं हमारे प्लेयर्स, मेन प्लेयर्स, इट्स अ सिल्वर लाइनिंग इन अ डार्क क्लाउड. क्योंकि कोई भी सिंगल अच्छा बैडमिंटन प्लेयर हमारी कंट्री में नहीं देखने को मिल रहा था. पेयर्स में मिल रहा था, बट ना सिंगल अच्छा था ना मिक्स्ड में था, टीनेजर्स में. ओके, सो इन एडिशन द फिटनेस कंसर्न्स was also a quality crunch. Given this background, what Shrikant 28 and Lakshya 20 achieved in Huelva, Spain was very significant. क्योंकि ये बैकग्राउंड अगर आप देखोगे कि आउटपुट कुछ नहीं है, कोई परफॉर्म नहीं कर पा रहा, कोई फिजिकली फिट नहीं है, समटाइम्स द फंडिंग इज लो, अगर उसके बाद आप ये परफॉर्मेंस देखते हो 1 ब्रॉन्ज एंड 1 सिल्वर, इट्स एक्सेप्शनली वेल. विद कोविड, अच्छा बैकग्राउंड में और चीजें ऐड होती हैं. कोविड था तो प्रैक्टिस, अगर लॉकडाउन आपके लिए लगा तो लॉकडाउन उनके लिए भी तो लगा, सो द प्रैक्टिस वाज हिंडर्ड. सो इट वाज प्लेइंग हैवॉक विद द ट्रेनिंग एंड competition schedules of the players worldwide. It was great to see the Indians getting their act together on a big stage, returning with 2 medals. So despite the COVID and their practice being hampered, the schedules being hampered, they did a brilliant job. So actually author is talking only and only about appreciation to these men. Okay, so I hope you get it. Yes. Hi Saima. Let's move ahead. So, Lakshya was indeed a revelation on his way to the semi-final before losing to Shrikant. Now, see, Shrikant is a senior. Lakshya is a junior. Although, if you see Lakshya, he had led the senior compatriot in the deciding game. He had led Shrikant. But see, Shrikant has experience, and experience matters. So, Shrikant, in the end, was able to suppress Lakshya And ultimately, Srikanth won. Personally, for Srikanth, the silver was worth its weight in gold. The silver was actually a victory equivalent to a gold. Without a significant international title since 2017, आप suddenly come back करते हो, you managed to get a silver. No significant title from 17 to 21. The former number one has fought poor form and fitness for a long, long time. But he came out victorious. He came out victorious from his poor form, from his poor fitness, and then he has revived, rejuvenated. Once the Indonesian coach, so Srikanth had this Indonesian coach, Mulyo Hanyo, the trainer of the former Olympic champion, Taufik Hidayat, he was the trainer for Taufik Hidayat as well, who was the Olympic champion. He left India in December 17 before completing his team as a coach. Srikanth's career graph nosedived. Career graph nosedived. But there was a victory that can be seen again. The recent confidence-building performance and the prospects of Mulyo returning to India to take charge of the coaching in the new year should rejuvenate Srikanth. So, because Mulyo had trained Srikanth tremendously well, and he was number one at a time, Srikanth. So, possibly his performance is going to get better with Mulyo's return next year to India as the coach again. Lakshya should be hungry after exceeding expectations. So that's a suggestion given to it. You have exceeded expectations, Srikanth, but you need to be hungry for more. And making his presence felt on one of the sport's biggest stages, he needs to pay more attention to his fitness. Pranoy Praneeth, both 29 and semi-finalists at the 2010 World Junior Championship, are still keen to realize their potential. So maybe they work harder and they realize their potential sooner. In all, the quartet sure holds hope in the upcoming season. So it's a very hopeful, optimistic, sanguine paragraph. Sorry for telling you some tones. Okay. Ma'am, when Olympic or any other sports conducted and India don't get less medal. Don't get less medal ka matlab we get a lot of medals. I'm sure you wanted to say India does not get medals. People start making video about school game history and after some days we all forget. Okay. What is the tone? Ma'am, once you have said that you will take all the important articles of this year in January, please. I will announce that, Nandini, beforehand, at least a week beforehand. Okay? Tell me the tone, everyone. Optimistic? No. He's not satisfactory. He wants people to work harder, work more. Laudatory and optimistic. Yes. Neha, it's laudatory and optimistic. ठीक है? Humor नहीं है, नहीं, मजाक नहीं है. Okay? Laudatory and optimistic. Okay, all right. Now, I see a lot of new people joining in right now because I have almost 100 plus live. People, if you haven't seen my Tone of the Author video, please search for my name on YouTube search bar along with Tone of the Author. You'll find 3 of my videos. Watch them. I'll be also coming up with new videos on Tone of the Author again in January. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch the videos. Let's move to the next article. Supremely important. We have a court case that we're going to discuss today. So let's see if you understand the case. Let's see you understand the implication, the social implication of that as well. So laudatory is praiseworthy, Aishwarya. Yes, praiseworthy, laudatory. You can use any one of it. All right, so here we go. Exam conducting bodies must support candidates with disabilities. Now, I'll tell you, I'll not take names, but I'll tell you a person that I know who wishes to sit for CLAT 2022. He is visibly impaired and he has been struggling to find a scribe for him. And he is unable to find one. Okay, so the location where we need a scribe, I'm taking the opportunity to make it public here, is in Jaipur. If you know anybody who can sit as a scribe for him, you could personally message me or maybe write the person's name and contact number under my video in the comment section. So why does the news come in? Because the exam bodies sometimes are not very accommodative towards people with disabilities. As a disabled person, many of us are familiar with the ordeal we must face in getting our additional needs met for giving regular and competitive examinations. So as a person who is disabled, a lot of people face क्या confusion है, क्या हो गया? आर्टिकल समझ में नहीं आया? महिमा, it is praiseworthy बच्चे, बिल्कुल करेक्ट है. praiseworthy और laudatory synonym ही है बच्चे. तो आप praiseworthy बोलो या laudatory बोलो, the thing is the same. Okay? Okay. All right. All right. So now when we talk about disability in our country, disability actually used to be looked down upon for a lot of time. Now things have changed in our society. But do you think the infrastructure that we have in our country, your buildings where you stay, your schools where you study, your house, is it easily accessible for a person who is disabled? Yes or no? Answer to it right away. No, Priya. You have to bring it on your own. Bring them on your own. So, tell me, do you think your schools or your colleges or your No. Yes, I knew that's going to be the answer. So a lot of schools, thousands of buildings, banks, ATMs, we don't have access to ramps and things that could actually help a disabled person. On top of that, if the whole examination and competitive examination system isn't supportive to the disabled, see, everyone says no. Okay, so ultimately there was a case that was brought up. ठीक है, केस क्या है उसको जल्दी से पढ़ते हैं और फिर उसका implication समझते हैं. Okay, alright, so here we are. These challenges range from obtaining timely approvals to use a scribe for getting exam questions in an accessible format. So basically exam के question भी ऐसे होने चाहिए. So if I'm visually impaired, I can't look at the questions. So मेरे पास एक ऐसा pattern का paper होना चाहिए where I can read it through braille. तो वो उसका access कितना easy है मेरे लिए examination देने time? मेरे लिए additional time available है कि नहीं? क्या मैं documents furnish कर सकती हूँ before I sit for the exam? All of these are not really easy in our country. So one such issue was at the forefront of the recent Supreme Court judgment delivered by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. This man is wonderful. In Avni Prakash and National Testing Agency, RS. So he is outright, but he's wonderful. I'm sure आपने इनके बहुत सारे judgments पढ़े होंगे. Case क्या हुआ? Avni Prakash का case. So she was the appellant, and she had dysgraphia. So dysgraphia, graph is to write. This is bad, not bad handwriting, but maybe there's a malfunction. Okay, so it's a disorder that causes impaired handwriting. She couldn't write legibly. Now she appeared for the NEET examination and September 12, 2021. I'll skim through the case. मैं आपको overview बता देती हूँ case का. Case क्या हुआ था, फिर उसका judgment पढ़ेंगे. So given her disability, the appellant asked for 1 additional hour and she sat for the examination. But so there were 3 hours given to her. She wanted for plus 1 hour, of course, because she had a scribe. और ऐसा permissible होता है. But at the moment ये 3 hours finish हुए, her paper was snatched away from her. Okay. Now what happened? And they study in different section, which is supremely discriminatory, supremely degrading and humiliating. Okay, so the paper was snatched. She approached the Bombay High Court, the National Testing Agency, NTA, the body tasked with conducting these examinations. She approached both of them.
The NTA argued that candidates with disabilities had to furnish a disability certificate in the format prescribed in the NTA's information bulletin of the examination. Now, if you look at NTA's perspective, NTA was right, because you know, when a notification comes out of an examination, the examination will tell you that this is what we need. You need to prove that you are disabled in the format that we need. So even if Avani had a certificate of a disability, I don't even like using the word disability actually. I probably use some other word. So even if Avani had to prove her special ability, she had to furnish the document in the format NTA expected her to do it. The appellant had not done so. So NTA actually held every right to stop her at the 3-hour mark and not give her an additional hour. The NTA stated that the appellant's case would be considered on the certificate being furnished. But NTA said, okay, I'm going to listen to you. Why don't you furnish the certificate now, and then we can give you another 1 hour. Okay. When she tried to obtain this certificate, the appellant was told that the prescribed certification had to be produced for seeking reservation at the time of admission to the medical college and not at the time of examination. So, जब सर्टिफिकेट लेने के लिए गई वो ऐसा बोला अभी नहीं चाहिए, एडमिशन के टाइम देना होता है, वो तो एग्जाम के टाइम देना ही नहीं होता, तो एग्जाम के टाइम क्यों चाहिए आपको सर्टिफिकेशन? So much chaos. Somebody says एग्जाम के टाइम, somebody says admission के टाइम, somebody says अभी ला दो तो अभी काम चल जाएगा. Surprisingly, the High Court dismissed petition due to her failure to produce the prescribed certificate because वो तो admission के time मिलता. So she could not furnish her certification and even went so far as to characterize her disability status as being purported. Accepting the appellant's argument, the Supreme Court held that the prescribed certification had to be produced at the admission stage and not the examination stage. Examination देने के लिए आपको certification नहीं चाहिए. That's what the Supreme Court said. It's needed only during the admission that we have to take. Okay? अच्छा, प्रताप एक बार मुझे आर्टिकल समझाने दो, फिर बताऊंगी क्या हो रहा है ये. Okay? All right. So Supreme Court further held that the appellant's invigilator lacked adequate training. I don't have to say anything about that. Owing to which they did not give the appellant compensatory time. उनको ट्रेनिंग मिलती तो वो शायद 1 additional hour दे देते. उनको पता होता कि सर्टिफिकेशन एग्जामिनेशन के टाइम जरूरी नहीं है, एडमिशन के टाइम जरूरी है, वो इसको 1 hour additional देते. That ruined Avni's 1 long year. Consequently, the appellant had been wrongfully deprived of compensatory time by the virtue of a tragedy of errors. कह रहे ये errors हो गया, इसलिए अवनी का 1 साल waste हो गया because she was disabled. More importantly, the court situated the appellant's case within the framework of a reasonable accommodation and inclusive education. So now, this case has a bigger implication in the society. How inclusive is our education? Is it inclusive for everybody who has a special ability? Maybe not. It reaffirmed that reasonable accommodation is essential to ensure the full and effective participation of person with disability in a society. You are an equally lawful citizen of the country as everybody else is. You hold equal rights and equal opportunities should be given to you, which was denied here. In this case, it is held that the appellant's entitlement to reasonable accommodation had been violated. She wasn't given reasonable accommodation. She was treated equally to everybody else despite she being specially abled. 3 hours for all, for her as well. So, she wasn't accommodated reasonably, 1 additional hour, and that the state had failed to discharge its positive duty to protect the appellant's right to inclusive education. She and everybody else who's specially abled has a right to inclusive education. She was denied that. This is because compensatory time is legal entitlement of the disabled as per the guidelines of the Union Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. It is their legal right to have additional time. She was denied of that. It took no less than the Supreme Court. अब देखो, ये केस का सल्यूशन निकालने में सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक जाना पड़ा अवनी को. So it took no less than the Supreme Court to actually simplify this tragedy of errors. इसको inverted commas में क्यों दिया है? Who's going to tell me? Why is this in inverted commas? I have some water. तब तक आप मुझे बताओ. Why is it in inverted commas? What is to specify here? Why is it in inverted commas? Video team, if you see anyone talking amongst themselves, please send them out right away. It's distracting me. All the ducks, all the pandas. Inverted commas, tragedy of errors is too lenient a term. Yes, exactly. With a great situation, it focuses tragedy of error. Error की वजह से आपने इतना बड़ा chaos create कर दिया. It's too lenient a term. It should not have been called merely a tragedy of errors. It's graver than that. Okay? Error of wasting one long year. So that's why it took Supreme Court to actually find a solution to this merely termed tragedy of errors, points to the appallingly low levels of awareness about reasonable accommodation in relevant actors who conduct exam. कह रहा है ये सिर्फ एक टर्म इतनी बड़ी चीजें निकाल के ला रहा है. Appallingly low level. Appallingly मतलब disturbingly low levels of the awareness about specially abled people who take these examinations. Hopefully, this judgment will prompt systematic reforms in the NTA and other exam conducting bodies like ours as well, so that those with disabilities are not penalized for their difference. उनको penalty देने की जरूरत नहीं है कि वो specially abled है. They're not at fault. So उनको penalty देने की situation नहीं आ जाए. उनके penalty में एक साल उनका lose नहीं हो. That should not be happening to them. Tone of the author. Tone of the author. Now, guys, by the time you tell me the tone of the author, okay. So I'd like to tell you a few things. I have a lot of people in the class today. It's critical. Absolutely concerning and critical. Yes, Falguni, latest new judgment. Okay, I have a lot of new people in my class who say, "Ma'am, I am new. मुझे कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है या मुझे article समझ में नहीं आ रहा." There are two things that I would like to tell you if you're new to my classes. Okay, the first thing is that if you have not been reading newspapers, the first time will be difficult for you because it's a new thing for you. Okay. If you've been reading newspapers regularly, then you wouldn't have a problem because मैं इतना सिंप्लीफाइड तरीके से समझा रही हूँ, आपको ही समझ में आएगा. लेकिन अगर आपको स्टोरी की बैकग्राउंड नहीं पता है या आपको न्यूज़पेपर में भी क्या चल रहा है वर्ल्ड में ये नहीं पता है, तो आपको प्रॉब्लम आएगी. मैं आपको दो चीजें सजेस्ट करूंगी. एक तो न्यूज़पेपर प्लीज रेगुलरली पढ़ना स्टार्ट कर दीजिए और इन क्लासेस में रोज आना स्टार्ट कीजिए. Within a week, you will have a grasp over things that are happening around the world. और within a week चीजें इंप्रूव होने लग जाएंगी. उसके लिए आपको रेगुलर आना पड़ेगा. ये प्री रिक्विजिट है. I hope I make sense. Now I'm going to share today's Hindu and Indian Express in the background और देखते हैं क्या important articles है. Tone यहाँ concerning और critical है. Absolutely. Give me a second. Sharing today's newspaper in the background. देखते हैं कौन-कौन से important articles पढ़ने हैं. Yeah, here it is. I hope it's clearly visible to everyone. हिंदू ने अपने नंबर ऑफ आर्टिकल्स इंक्रीज कर दिए हैं, एक्चुअली इंपॉर्टेंट वन. अब yes, Samarth, it can be appalling. Yes, the tone can be appalling. गुलशन, ऑथर इस केस को एनालाइज करके अपने ओपिनियन ही तो दे रहा है, तो जहां ऑथर ओपिनियन दे रहे हैं वो पैसेजेस एनालिटिकल कैसे हो सकते हैं बच्चे? यस, नाउ लुक, लेट्स लुक एट द इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स. टेक्स्ट एंड कॉन्टेक्स्ट अभी देख रहे हैं, कल भी देखा था पलक, आज भी देखेंगे. उसमें इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स है. यस, यू नीड टू रीड दैट. ओके, सो हियर वी आर. देखते हैं हिंदू में क्या पढ़ना है आज. द फर्स्ट वन, थिंकिंग बिफोर लिंकिंग. अच्छा, ये आधार के लिए है. इसको स्किम कर लेना, ठीक है. कंट्रोवर्सी आधार की अभी तक खत्म नहीं हुई. अ फाउल क्राई, ओह यस, इसको थोड़ा पॉलिटिकल है बट पढ़ लेना इसको, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, छोड़ देना यार, फिर नहीं तो तुम मुझसे आर्ग्यू करोगे क्लास में. या तो स्किम कर लो और नहीं तो छोड़ दो. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्लीज इसको डिटेल में पढ़ना. आई थिंक आई एम गोइंग टू टेक दिस आर्टिकल टुमारो. ओके, नेक्स्ट पेज. ओके, यूएस से बहुत खराब न्यूज आ रही है. इंडिया में भी बहुत वार्निंग्स आ गई है with the Omicron spreading really fast. This is an important article. Please read that. Yes, read this article. Leave this article. Okay, let's move to the text page. Just a second. Text and context. Here we are. Okay. Now you have to leave this. Okay. Next page. Yes, yes, yes. Read this. Read this. Okay. Next page of text. देखो ये है text and context. Somebody who does not know. Ma'am, is analytical all about facts or is it about good and bad about situation? It could be about either, Mahita. It could be about facts. It could be about good and bad also. But author's personal opinion will not be promoted there. Remember that. Okay. Next article from this page. Skim. पढ़ लेना. Yes. Which is the most iconic rivalry in the sports world? India versus Pakistan. पढ़ लेना इसको, मजा आएगा पढ़ के. Okay. Let's look at the Indian Express. Okay. So J&K Delimitation Commission must set out rationale behind its proposal. Skim. A Lakshman Rekha was breached at opening of the Kashi Vishwanath corridor. Okay, इसको आपको सिर्फ skim करना है. Even as we mourn bell hooks, let's celebrate her legacy. Please read that in detail. While raising marriage age for women who won't achieve its stated goal, yes, read that. By ending film censorship, UAE opens up. Very important. You're going to love reading this. Please read this. Political murderers are not new to Kerala, but who's to blame? छोड़ देना. Raising legal age, that's all. Yes, इसको पढ़ना है डिटेल में. India is keeping an eye on Central Asia. No, not important. अब बस कल के आर्टिकल्स आ गए. That was all about the Indian Express. Are there any questions that you have? Okay. All right. Any questions, anyone? Political model article is good. अच्छा ऐसा है? I haven't read that, but if you're saying it's good, I'm going to give this a read. I trust you on that. Ma'am, yesterday I read The Whole Animal Farm by George. It was a good book. Thanks for suggestion. Arshad, did you understand the parallel story about politicians there? Did you understand the parallel theme that's going on? No, Trasik, it is not. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to see you tomorrow. No, 12:30 on the BBA platform with a closed test article. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a very, very good day. God bless you.